playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll run here with a rookie. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The Bears at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now. And I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll try the right side here to Smith. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
To the air, Williams. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this is incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle made up at the 27. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Smith. They find some open field here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 18. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now an option play, will keep it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos able to take on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Johnson. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. after one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To throw, Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. That's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Williams. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Chicago Bears.
Smith up the middle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Working out of the gun, Williams. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore from 8 yards out. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room.
And that's caught at the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Daily Gray, 81 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover. So trying to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Brings up second and 7 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and shot. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Rodgers. And he is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back north.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Smith. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Bears first down.
To the air, Williams. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Chicago Bears. 1st down and goal to go.
Looking to throw is Williams. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
You know, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, 626.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense